Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information with a video on the 2025 Ford Escape. We are going through the Escape video, or the Escape trim levels, I should say, and we have come to the Platinum trim. So, of course, if you've been watching along, you know that we had covered about a week ago what's changed between the 2024 and 2025 Ford Escape. You can watch that video. I'll have it linked at the end of this video. But also, we've been driving through the different trim levels and telling you what's standard, plus different packages available and standalone options in this one video, so you can have a really good, thorough, overview of what's going to be standard on this, and maybe what packages you might want to look at if you want to custom order your vehicle. The order banks are open up right now for the 2025 model year, so you can go in and go ahead and order one of these vehicles from your local dealer. Also, in this video, we're going to timestamp it so you can move around the video. We're going to cover, when we go around that standard equipment, there'll be a timestamp for the mechanical features, safety, exterior, interior, and then, of course, the different colors, powertrain options we have, as well as standalone options. And then at the very end, some ordering tips. If you're wanting to custom order a vehicle from your local dealer, here are some different tips that we can have, as well as our YouTube special as in there as well. We are doing invoice pricing, so if you're wanting to order something, your local dealer's not able to help you out, we can help you out, and we do. We have a special free shipping incentive as well, YouTube special. So check out more information about that in the ordering section and ordering tips section at the end of the video. But let's drive in. Let's get. What am I saying? Drive in, because we're in an Escape. We're going to drive in these Escapes. So let's go ahead and go over the standard equipment first, and we are going to use Ford's build and price for this. Now, if you like videos like this, make sure you subscribe and that bell notification is turned on so you don't miss any of these videos. We still have one left after this, the plug-in hybrid, and you're not going to want to miss that one either. So let's go ahead. We're going to go over and use Ford's build and price. It is on their website right now, so they've promised that every time they launch a new model, order bank opens up, build and price will be there. And you might think to yourself, I could do this myself, Tim. I can go through the build and price. I'm going to give you some information that is not in the build and price, that is not available there, that will be very helpful to you, and some suggestions as well. And that's why I go through and run through these vehicles. Now, right now, you're going to see the 24 model year Escape is in here, $29,495. You click on the 25 model year little link right here, you're going to see it is updated, and we can build and price at 25. Now, prices have gone down across the line about an average of $1,500 less than it was in 24 model year for every trim level, and that's because they have kind of decontented some of those builds for those, and I believe the Platinum is maybe about $1,000 less than it was last year, and there are a few changes. So let's go ahead and click on this build and price here and go ahead and build our own, and we'll go in here. Now, if you're looking across the lineup, you can see Platinum actually comes in under the ST line Elite in a way of pricing just a little bit. So it starts at $35,545. That is before destination delivery. So you're going to have to figure in about that $1,500. I don't remember what it is. We'll see it when we get to the end of the video here. It's going to come standard EcoBoost motor here, but available with the hybrid. So that will be available. About all trim levels have the hybrid availability, but it is coming down about $1,000 less than the ST line Elite. They did that last year as well, so probably about the same pricing there. You can click this view details if you want, and you can get some basic information. There's a lot more than that. You can go down here to the key, the features. It'll tell you the actually it says plus. I don't know what features. Normally it tells you what trim level. It says plus standard features of these. So we're going to cover a lot more than this. This is not even close to what it has for equipment. That might be, but we're going to cover everything in this video. So let's go ahead and go on up here to start our build. And we'll drive in. And we're going to cover the powertrains first. So for this, as we mentioned, we're going to cover the optional powertrains in a little bit and what those price differences are. We're going to first talk about what's standard equipment for a powertrain. So 2.0 liter EcoBoost engine with auto start-stop technology is standard equipment on the Platinum, not the 1.5 liter. So you go on up to the 2.0 EcoBoost, and you're getting all-wheel drive standard equipment. In fact, the only way you can get front-wheel drive, I believe, is with the hybrid. So we'll get into that. And 8-speed automatic transmission as well. Now, auto start-stop means when you come to a stoplight, stop sign. Press that brake, it's going to shut the vehicle off. Let go of the brake, it's going to turn it back on. Also, I've noticed that if you move the steering wheel, because it kind of almost feels like it locks up the steering wheel, but it just takes away any kind of power that you might have when it shuts that off. So if you move the steering wheel, the system knows it, and once it needs some power, so it's going to turn the vehicle on to generate the power so you can turn the steering wheel. So that is another way that you can deactivate the auto start stop. Plus, there's a button if you need to. You can do that too. All right, selectable drive modes as well. So we know there's going to be a normal, eco, slippery mode. Does not tell us in here what drive modes there are, or the order guide, I should say. But we know there are a bunch of selectable drive modes. Front and rear stabilizer bar on the vehicle. Also, we have electric parking brake. Includes an auto hold. So auto hold means that if you go up to stoplight, you have the auto hold activated. You let go of the brake, and it's going to go ahead and leave it that way. Do have to complete stop for that to be activated. Electronic traction control as well. And then we do have variable assist power rack and pinion steering, electric power assist steering, so that e-pass. And then we do have transmission oil cooler as well. So those are all of our mechanical features in here. And one of the things I was kind of thinking about was about front wheel drive. Let me go to my spec here just to make sure here. And so on the EcoBoost trim, yes, all-wheel drive is the only option. It is standard on the Platinum standard with all-wheel drive and the 2.0 EcoBoost. It looks like when you go to the hybrid version, that's when the front-wheel drive is standard and the all-wheel drive is optional. We'll get into that when you get to the options here in just a little bit to that and that. If you want to know that, timestamps down below if you can check that out. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some safety features, because on this, some of these safety features are different on the Platinum than we did see on some of the others. Now, they are the same as the ones that you did see on the ST line Elite. If you watch that video, they are the same safety features in the ST line Elite. So that helps you out any. Otherwise, let's just run through these. We do have for airbags, a driver and passenger front row dual stage airbag. Deploys a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the vehicle or to the front of the vehicle. We do have driver knee airbag as well. That's going to deploy down from the steering column to help from any front collisions you might have. Front seat mounted side impact airbag. It's going to deploy from the side of those seats from that. If you have that side collision coming in, somebody runs that intersection, it's going to deploy that airbag from the side of the seat to help protect the driver and front passenger. Depends on what side the impact is. We have safety canopy side curtain airbag with rollover sensor. So if the nose is going to roll over, deploy back, it's going to protect the roof line as well as come down to help protect from breaking glass and sheet metal coming inside the vehicle. We also do have advanced track with roll stability control. It does come with curve control as well, so it helps keep you going on your intended path. So if you go in that curve maybe too fast, maybe it's slick out, you didn't put it in that slippery mode, that kind of thing, then it'll help keep you a series of brakes on the vehicle to keep you going on your intended path. Also, we do have torque vectoring control. This is all-wheel drive, so you probably won't see an impact of that, but it is front-wheel drive biased. So torque vectoring control, when you really hammer down on that gas, it'll help keep it going straight. Also, we do have pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. It has pedestrian detection as well as forward collision warning. So if the car in front of you, maybe it's slowing down or maybe somebody crosses in front of you, it's going to use a series of lights, lights up the productivity screen, as well as a series of tones for you to stop and hit your brakes. It also preloads those with the dynamic brake support. It's going to preload the brakes so that when you do hit the brake, it's going to stop really fast. Post-collision braking, so if you do get an accident, it'll actually brake the vehicle post-collision, just like it sounds. Also, SOS post-crash alert system. It's going to honk the horns, flash the lights if you're off the road and you're in an accident, and maybe you're unconscious, something like that. We do have, as part of the Platinum, evasive steering assist. So this does have the Copilot 360 Assist Plus or 2.0, I believe. So you're getting the evasive steering assist as standard equipment. So if you can't stop in time, you have that activated. It's going to help assist in the steering way. So if there's somebody, it's free on the, maybe it's a 2-lane and there's room on the other lane, then allows you to avoid them. Also, intersection assist. So if you're coming across the intersection and a car is coming, it's going to help protect and brake the vehicle before you have that. So it has those sensors in there. So both of those are fairly new within the last couple of years. We do have the lane keeping system, so that's going to give you the lane keeping assist, the alert, and then also the driver alert. Driver alert will alert you if you're taking your hands off the steering wheel too often. The lane keeping alert and aid system, basically the alert system will alert you by vibrating the steering wheel if you leave your lane. The aid system, or the assist is what they call it now, get over to that lane and it's going to try to bring you in. Now, if you have those put on together, when you get to that line, it's going to bring you back, but it vibrate that steering wheel, let you know you did get over to that line. We also do have road departure warning as well. So if you're going to come off the lane altogether, it's going to alert you as well. I assume vibrating the steering wheel, but I haven't done a lot of research on that myself. We also do have secure to lock, passive, and a theft system. So that means only the coded key can start the vehicle, and you won't have key fobs. We'll talk about that later. And there's also perimeter alarm. So when you leave the vehicle, you lock it up, nobody's inside. It's going to secure the perimeter. So if someone's going to break the glass, try to get inside, it's going to honk the horns, flash the lights. Someone tries to take your wheels, there's inclination sensors. So if it goes up or something, then it's going to alert as well. So there you go. All right, let's go. Let's drive on back over to, why do I keep saying that? Let's go on over here to the website here, and let's check these out. We'll go over the front of the vehicle here and show you what it looks like. The grill is going to be a chrome grill. So you will have, actually, I need to fix that. The chrome is going to be a black grill here with the nice Ford emblem. So this is the older version. They have a newer version, but they have not adapted that over to the Escape yet. We do have active grill shutters as well. So you're going to have bars across here on the lower part of that. So they're going to open and close when it needs to. Configurable daytime running lights as well. And then talking about the headlights, a lot of upgrades here. We do have automatic headlights. So come on, automatic when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light. If you have it in an auto setting, when you turn the vehicle on, automatically defaults to that. Courtesy delay for those lights as it does that. LED reflector headlights. Looks like those are projectors, but the order guide is not carrying that over into this. So that's what I have in my notes. Wiper activated headlights as well. So it'll activate those headlights when your wipers are on. Also, coast to coast LED light. So as you can see right here, that's a signature lighting comes across. It lights up above the grill as well, and then over. So, and then you'll see those down here underneath there as well. So it looks really pretty sharp on the vehicle. LED fog lights as well over here. And then we do have the automatic high beams as well. So they'll come on automatically when it's really dark outside. If you're in the city lights or someone approaches you, it'll shut them off. Now, that's a feature you can activate and deactivate in your lighting section of your vehicle settings screen. Front bumpers are going to be down here, going to be molded in black down there on the lower bumper. And this is showing a silver front skid plate, and that is not referenced in the order guide for this year. So I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's there. They just didn't reference it in the order guide. All right, moving around to the side, we're going to actually use this other image here. So there you go. We do have for the wheels a 19-inch machine face aluminum wheel with the dark tarnished painted pockets. Same wheel as last year, 225, 55, R19, 99H all-season tire that comes with that. Tire pressure monitoring system as well for all four of those tires. And four-wheel disc brakes with analog braking system as well. For the mirrors, you will have the body-colored mirror caps. As you can see in this case, it's it's white, or this is the new color, space silver, actually. Mirror caps, and then you would have the power and heated glass for the mirror, manual fold mirror, and then also you do have the Bliss with cross traffic alert. So blind spot information system. So if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror, unless you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. So you're backing up, it uses those same sensors. So someone's going to cross your path behind you, and they get into those spots there, those blind spots. It's going to alert you at the tone, lights up the screen, tones that you need to not back up. And then if you don't pay attention to that and stop, it uses reverse cross traffic braking to brake the vehicle as well. Now, the door handles are going to be body colored here, as you can see there. We do have intelligent access. So those front doors, key fobs in your pocket, just walk up, put your hands in the door handle. It'll unlock the vehicle, allow you to get in and out without getting a key out. Also allows you to start it with push button start. Without getting the key out of your pocket. It does also come with remote start on the remote, and of course key fobs with the hidden key in the end. You'll have two of those with the remote start on the key fob. We'll talk about another way you can remote start it using the app here when we get to the inside of the vehicle. Now the rocker panels are going to be molded in black down here. You can see around the wheellet moldings as well. and the also the body side cladding will be the black molded in color as well. The window molding, it is going to be showing chrome. I'm on here. It says black upper window molding with chrome beltline molding. So when you're looking at the order guide for Ford, they'll always say you get this equipment plus this. So on the active trim, you get the black molded in around the outside and the belt line. The only thing they changed on this is that you get chrome beltline molding. So we'll have to see if this is just they just pulled images from last year and they're incorrect, or if the order guide is incorrect in having that window molding. But that's what we know of for right now. We do have roof rack side rails. They're going to be black as well. They're going to come with this. Privacy glass in these back windows and back glass. And we do have the easy fuel capless filler door, so that you just push that door in. No cap to worry about leaving behind, getting your hands dirty. Fill it up when you're done, shut it, and it's good to go. They've been having easy fuel capless filler has been out for a very long time. All right, moving to the back. Body color rear spoiler with a center high mounted stoplight. That's that third brake light. So when you brake, that'll light up there. Rear defrost with rear wiper and washer on the back glass as well. Roof mounted antenna as well. Some people like to call it shark fin antenna back there. We do also have the rear view camera back here. It's a digital. It's an upgraded rear view camera, so much impactful. More impactful, I should say. Rear sensing system back here on these molded in black bumpers back here. And silver lower, they call that the rear skid plate. That is going to be silver painted back there. We do have power lift gate, so this is a nice standard equipment on this. I do have dual exhaust with the chrome tips as well down under here. And inside we do have a rear cargo area light, and we do have tire inflator in sealant kit. No spare this year. They made that a change from 25 or from 24 to 25. All right. Move to the inside. All right. For the interior, we do have illuminated entry system with courtesy delay, so it'll light up the lights up here. Also, we do have floor mats, carpeted front and rear for the footwells. We also do have unique interior accents on the doors and instrument panel. So you'll see that as well in some spots, so a little bit different on the Platinum trim. Sport contour bucket seats in here, so it's going to be standard with those. Active X trimmed with the mini perforation. So this is the first time we're seeing full Active X. Well, ST line does too, as well as an option, but there you go. Standard equipment on the Platinum trim. We also do have 5-passenger seating, of course. The driver does get a 10-way power and heated driver's seat. So it electronically go forward and back, up and down. The tilt of the front cushion will go up and down. Power lumbar and power recline. Also, driver memory that can memorize the seat, as well as side view mirror positionings for 3 different drivers. 6-way passenger heated seat. So it is power. So you can see that 6-way forward and back, up and down, and power recline. No lumbar here. Back seats back here is a 60-40 split bench seat. So that means that backrest can split separate from the front. Also in the front too, because those seats can slide forward and back using this lever right here. Giving you a little extra leg room for those in the back, or more cargo room if you don't have anybody up there. Also, for that, the head restraint, real quick, it's fixed for this one back here, and both these here on the back go up and down, so 2-way, as well as the ones in the front are 2-way. All right, let's see here. Center armrest as well that can fold down with 2 cup holders in it. We also do have power points behind the console. And they're both USBs. So it says PowerPoints are, 2 smart USB ports. I think they're type A's. We do also have the latch system that lower anchors and tethers for children, securely fasten those car seats to the back of those seats. If it's a front facing, there's also a harness, a spot in the back to latch that in the back so that that top of that car seat can't come forward when you brake. All right, moving on, we do have power windows here. They are a one-touch up and down feature for the front as well as the rear windows, which means you just hard press it down, let go, and it's going to roll them down. Also coming up, pull it until you feel that little click, and it'll do that. It'll do it for all 4 windows. That is kind of an upgrade from some of the other trim levels. For the door locks, we do have power locks and unlock. We also have the auto unlock and lock, which means when you start going a little about, I think, over 5 or 10 miles an hour, it locks the doors. And then when you shut the vehicle off, open the doors. It's going to unlock the vehicle, unlock all of them, or whatever you have set in your settings. Rear child safety lock and for those rear doors as well, so you can lock those out so the kids can't open those on you there. We do have a heated steering wheel here. I don't know if it's leather wrap because, again, upgrade from Active does not. Active has a urethane steering wheel for this year. Mentions heated steering wheel, but I would assume that if it's heated, it's also got a premium wrap to it as well. Manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel, so electronic. So you pull the lever underneath, you can go up and down, forward and back manually. We do have adaptive cruise control as standard equipment. This does come standard with the Active, the Assist Plus package at least. So you do have the adaptive cruise, so it'll slow you down to go the speed of the vehicle in front of you until you can safely pass them, and it resumes. It even has stop and go, so bring you to a complete stop. Hit that resume button when they start going, and you'll start going as well. Also, we have lane centering, so it'll help keep you in the center of your lane, so you don't even need to use a lane keeping in that sense when you're using the cruise. And then predictive speed assist. So that means it'll actually it sees a speed going on a curve, knows it can't keep the speed that you have set. It'll slow the vehicle down to help with that curve. Now, something that I've seen omitted from the order guide for this year, and again, I don't know if it's just an oversight, but the speed sign recognition is gone. And it used to say intelligent adaptive cruise on the order guide last year. This year, they've taken off that intelligent word. Usually that does mean speed sign recognition. So I believe we maybe have lost that feature for the adaptive cruise for this year. So I actually have a email into the brand manager. Haven't gotten a response yet, but if so, we might have to make sure we edit that as a highlighted comment if that's different. Compass in there. We got an instrument cluster here. It is upgraded for the Platinum, so you get the 12.3 digital screen. Ice blue lighting in there. We do have the, of course, the compass, outside temperature display, trip computer, all that stuff through that productivity screen. Now, for the climate, we do have a dual zone electronic automatic climate control. So the driver and front passenger have two different temperatures. AM/FM stereo with 6 speakers. Also does have steering wheel mounted audio controls and stereo controls. Sirius XM with a 360L as well. You get 3 months of service. After that, you do have to sign up with Sirius. Now, this does have the Sync 4 system with the enhanced voice recognition system that allows you to be able to say, okay, forward pass, and it listens instead of having to press the button on the steering wheel. Also does give you the 13.2-inch productivity screen. So some of your climate controls are going to be at the bottom of that screen instead of down here. So you just have just a couple quick little access buttons down there on the console itself. You do have wireless phone connection. So we have wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, 911 Assist, digital owner's manual as well. Those over-the-air updates as well coming through. And then it does come with connected navigation for 1 year trial. After that, you have to pay for a subscription. I believe it's $80 a year for that. Overhead console. Let's go to this here. Does include a sunglass bin right there. And we do have the lights are right there as well for on, off, and door. We do have the visors that flip down. So those visors can slide back and forth. On the backside of those have vanity mirrors that are illuminated. Means they have lights on them. We do have auto dimming rear view mirrors, so you don't have any lever to worry about on this one. So automatically dims up mirror at nighttime for the cars coming up behind you with those bright lights. Universal garage door opener, you can really see it on this one here with the gray headliner. So you have the 3 different transmitters buttons there for garage doors, gates, anything that would normally think like some sort of transmitter. We do have down here in the media bin area, which is another place you can store some things. Wireless charging pad down in there, a USB type A and C port. And then we do have storage in the glove box as well, and in the center console with a padded armrest there. And let's see what else. We do have the rotary dial gear shift knob there. Your parking brake and auto hold switches are there. Can't see it here, but right behind there between that, those parking brakes and the console is your drive mode switch right there. And then lastly, we do have the Ford Pass Connect. That allows you to stay connected to the vehicle using the Ford Pass app. It's a free app you download. You can connect your vehicle to the app. You can unlock and lock it from anywhere. You can remote start it from anywhere. You can even schedule remote start times, see the tire pressure on your tires, the fuel you have in your vehicle, the location of your vehicle, all through that app. And it has been updated recently. Not everybody's a fan of it, but some of those basic features that I mentioned are available in that app in different places. I did a video on how to find all those things, so check that out. Those actually two videos, two-parter there. Check those out if you want. All right, so let's go and look at the paint colors. What am I trying to do here? Get to the, there we go. All right, first let's talk about paints available. We do have just like on the other trim levels. Actually, I believe it's the same on all trim levels. Agate black or agate black. We do have rapid red tinted clear coat. It's a clear coat, so it's $4.95 extra for that color. We have the star white tri-coat. It's 3 coats of paint put on it to give it the effect. That's why it's $9.95 more. We have space silver metallic. That's a new color for this year, so that is available. We do also have carbonized gray metallic, no cost for that color. And vapor blue is continued for this year. It was available last year and is back for this year as well. And I think race red and one other color is gone. Ingots, iconic silver, I think, is gone for this year. So there you go. Now for interior options, let's talk about interior color options. We do have the black that you're seeing here. So black seats, environment is going to be the gray headliner right there and some gray accents on the door. We do also have this space gray is what they're calling it. That is available as well in all colors options. You'll see it's going to give you the gray front seat surfaces or inserts, I should say, and then keeps the headliner, and then the lower part of the console and the instrument panel up there will be gray as well. So those are 2 different color options for you to choose from for the interior, as well as several options for your exterior color. Actually, I'm going to leave it on that color for the rest of this video. Let's go up to the powertrain now, and let's talk about your powertrain options for you. As we mentioned already, standard equipment is a 2.0 EcoBoost with all-wheel drive. Now, if you want to, you can go hybrid. So 2.5 IVCT Atkinson cycle 4-cylinder hybrid engine that is available. It's going to come with the eCVT transmission as well for nice smooth shifting in there. And you have 2 options for this. You can go front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. So it is only $70 more to go to a hybrid front-wheel drive. So you drop all-wheel drive, go to hybrid. It's $70 more, and that's it. So let's go ahead and say yes there. Now let's go to all-wheel drive hybrid, which is an option. Didn't tell us how much more that was. Shame on them. All-wheel drive is going to be a little extra as well. Let's do this. Let's go front-wheel drive, and so we know what that price is. And if you go down to the summary, that's going to be for destination delivery, $35,615. And now let's go back up there and then select all-wheel drive, and then go down to summary. So it's $35,600. So now it is $37,115. So you can see that it's about $1,500 more, right? Is that right? Yeah, $1,500 more to go hybrid. There you go. So that's the difference there on that. So, all right, let's go on up. Now, when you do go to the hybrid, you do get a couple extra features included, and they're not listing those for us. But let's go down to this. Another way of looking at this, they do differentiate 2 different order, or I should say equipment groups. So a 600A equipment group, that is going to be for your hybrid. So if you want that hybrid, you let the dealer know, I want that 600A. So that's going to give you that. It's also going to give you the neutral tow capability with the hybrid. Cannot do neutral tow otherwise. Also going to give you, doesn't have the other things in here, so I'll read it off my order guide. This also gets you the pedestrian alert sounder as well. So as you're backing up, it's going to beep and let people know that you're going because it's quiet. Also, you have the electronic fuel door release. So don't know why, but Ford likes to lock that door on the hybrids. I'm sure there's a great reason for it. And so there's a release inside. I believe it's on the left side of the steering wheel. You'll want to press that button. It does take a little while. So if it doesn't pop open right away, press that button, come back. By the time you get back to the door, it'll be popped open usually. And then you just, again, still no cap to worry about leaving behind, getting your hands dirty. Just fill it up, but that'll come with it as well. Another difference is instead of the tire and inflator and sealant kit, you're going to have the mini spare on your hybrid. So again, see, this is why I go over this, because this information is not in there. So there you go. There's the differences for that. All right, so that's 600. 601A is going to be the EcoBoost all-wheel drive option for you there. All right. time to talk about some options here. We do have a couple packages that are available. One is the premium technology package. So this package is $1,910. Let's go ahead and select it. And we're going to click on this eye, go to more information. They're usually pretty good about these. So it is going to get you the front sensing system. So you have the front parking sensors. So you have it in the rear standard equipment. Now you have it in the front with this this equipment group. You also have reverse brake assist. So as you're backing up, you're going to get those sensors alert you. But again, if you're not paying attention, just like the rear cross traffic braking, it's going to brake the vehicle. I've had this happen to me in one of my vehicles, and I'll tell you it works pretty good. So actually it stopped when it didn't need to, but most of the time it works really well. You also get the 360-degree camera with this. I believe it was standard last year. Now it is included in this package. 360-degree camera with a split view on that. Also, you're going to get the B&O audio sound system on the inside. So Bang & Olufsen 10 speakers, upgrade from 6 to a 10, including a subwoofer, HD radio as well. And then you also do get the heads-up display. Not really giving you a good image of that in here, but it'll put the stuff up here on the screen, on the glass, I should say. So you'll see it on the dash. Reflects it on that glass so that when you're looking over the road, you can see it right there. Usually if your navigation and stuff will be there, your speed, that kind of stuff. So you don't need to look down. Also, you're going to get the ActiveX trim seats with the quilting design in the mini perforations. So upgrades it from that ActiveX to a nice quilted material for that as well. So there you go. That's that stuff there. $19.10 for that package. Now, let's talk about the Class 2 trailer tow package. They actually don't give you any info on that, but you're going to get your receiver hitch back here. Let's click on that so you can see that. You'll get your Class 2 receiver hitch right there. So it is I think it's still a 2-inch wide hitch. You're going to get the 4-pin wiring as well and trailer sway control. That's going to come with that so you can tow something. And that's available on the hybrid or on the EcoBoost. So it does not say it requires all-wheel drive. So it's available on either one of those. So you can go hybrid and get the Class 2 trailer tow package. I believe it's 3,500 pounds of towing capability on that there. So, all right. So it's all the packages. Now we're going to get into the standalone options on this. And as I go through these, we're going to go over some of these are factory installed options that if you want it, you probably should just go and put it on your order. But some of these are dealer installed options that they'll be shipped to the dealer from the factory, and then the dealer will put them on your vehicle. And on the dealer installed options, I would say warning there is don't add too many. The more you add, the more has to be available when they go to select your vehicle for ordering or for scheduling. So it could take years longer to get scheduled. So I've had a lot of people on my live streams when we cover this stuff that ask, why is my order not getting selected? And I'll say, well, what kind of, what all do you have on there? And I'll go, oh, well, there you go. You have way too many dealer installed options. That probably is it. They'll take one off and they'll see it get scheduled. So that's just a suggestion that I have for you, kind of an ordering tip there in here. All right. First one I want to talk about is a panoramic Vista roof with the power sunshade. It's $15.95 there. And that panoramic Vista roof does require the side rails, which already comes with, but it cannot get the crossbars. So if you want the crossbars that go across, you cannot get that with the panoramic Vista roof. So I would say if you're one that they want to make sure you're not going to open that roof into those crossbars and damage the roof, the panoramic Vista roof. So what I suggest is if, hey, I can keep that shut and still use those crossbars, order the crossbars from Ford Accessories later and put them on yourself. That's another little suggestion there. It is available on either the hybrid or the EcoBoost models. Splash guards, that is a dealer installed option, $240 for that. The dealer would put them on, and again, you can get that through Ford Accessories and do it yourself, or have the dealer do it for you when the vehicle arrives, and just get it order from them and not hold up your build. The roof rail crossbars, the black, again, we mentioned that, not available with the panoramic Vista roof, that they'll go across the roof rack to be able to put, if you want bike racks, canoe racks, something like that, you would need those crossbars for that. Or if you want to put luggage up there and leave more room in the back, then you can do that as well. So, all right, I'll mark these off as we go through, so I'll make sure we cover everything in here. All right, next one I want to cover as we go down is the engine block heater. Engine block heater is a factory installed option. So if you're in a cold weather state, and you need that, I would suggest that you go ahead and order it because it might be a lot more difficult to put that later, afterward, that kind of thing. Got the hiccups. All right. Security code illuminated door entry keypad, $455 for that. And that keypad, you'll notice it's not standard equipment this year. And so it is illuminated keypad, and you can get that dealer installed. Now, this in here does require the premium technology package on this. Available on either the hybrid or the EcoBoost, but does require the premium technology package to be able to receive this. I'm not sure why. Nothing in that package that seems like it would work. Usually it has something to do with the remote start or something, but not in this case. But just something that Ford makes you do. Wheel locking lug nuts, 85. That is a dealer installed option as well. And what they're going to do is take one of the lug nuts off and replace it with locking lug nuts with the wrench that's provided. That's all they're going to do. So the dealership would do that. So again, that's something you can have the dealer do later if you want. Now, the difference is why some people will want to order that with their vehicle, even though it costs extra, might take longer, is that the dealership might charge you if you don't put it, if you put it on your order, it's part of the cost in there is to have it installed. So they're not supposed to charge you on a dealer installed option to add those to the vehicle. So it's a free install. But if you get it later from them, they might charge you to install some of these things. So that's something that's a reason why some people would want to go ahead and do it that way. If you good with your dealership, maybe they'll work that in and not do that. So cargo mat is moving to the interior here. Cargo mat, that is a Ford accessory item, which means that it is a Ford accessory, but they'll put it in your vehicle at the factory, and so then it'll be there on delivery to the dealership. Now, roadside assistance kit and first aid kit, those are both things that you get through Ford Accessories website, and there's not really an install needed on that. So I would just elect to just order it through their website instead of, affecting it being scheduled. A rear access cargo shade is one of those Ford accessory items that is put in the vehicle at the factory. I believe they do actually put it in the back window. It'll help protect it from people being able to see inside and that kind of thing. So that's pretty cool there. All right. I just realized we might have missed something here. All right. Floor liners, front and rear with the carpeted mats is $200, or you can get one without the carpeted mats for $160. So if you know that you don't want the carpeted mats, you always like the floor liners, like I do, then you could save yourself $40 and go that route. Now that's also Ford accessory website or Ford accessory items that will be put in the vehicle at the factory before they ship it. Cargo organizer, soft-sided large folding, $155. And this also is a Ford accessory item that is not hard to install because there is no install. And so I would just get it through Ford Accessories website instead of putting it on your build. Then center console in-vehicle safe by Console Vault is $410. And that is a dealer installed option as well. But it is something that is a little more difficult to install. So it might be something, like I said, if you keep these to a limit, one or two dealer installed options should be okay. And this might be one of those where you decide that is not something I want to do my own. I'll have the dealership do it. And I don't want the dealership to charge me an hour labor for that. So let me put it on the build so they can't. And it's $410 for that. There is something missing here. So one of the things that's missing on here that I didn't see. I know why. Okay. So let's go on up here to the front license plate bracket. So that is standard equipment in states that require front license plate bracket. But in states that don't require front license plate bracket, that is optional equipment. It is a no-charge option. The dealership should install it for you if you order it, put it on your build, and that will not hold up your build. They should have those and with no problem. Now, I'm going to move up here, and we're going to go back to the EcoBoost so I can show you one option, standalone option for you under the exterior features that should pop up now for us. And that is the mini spare. So mini spare wheel is optional. It is $345, so you can't add as optional equipment on your EcoBoost motor vehicles. So that is something that you can go ahead and add as well. So don't feel like you're losing out on that. But they reduced the price on a lot of these on the main package things. It's stuff like this where they took it off. Well, you just add it back on. Now you're kind of close to the price it was for 24 model year. So, all right. So there you go. That's all of those standard equipments, optional equipment, packages, and everything else there. So hopefully you guys got some good information from this. I did promise you some ordering tips. So again, order banks are open up for the 25 model year for all trim levels. So you can go into your local dealer and you can place this order. The first ones being built will be retails. So they will always schedule retail orders first and then stock orders. So as long as there's a retail order in the system, that will get selected first. So by placing that order, you could be one of the first ones to get your Escape for the 25 model year, instead of waiting for them to show up at the dealer. Now, I will tell you that they're not scheduling orders yet, but they will be soon. I believe this next month. They will be in July. They will be scheduling for, I believe, September build dates for the startup for the Escape. So building in September, probably receiving them in October would be the best timeline for those. So if you're wanting to place your order with a local dealer, here's some helpful tips for you. Get that pricing ahead of time. Find out what they're going to do when they go to order that. They're going to show you that order sheet, and they'll need you to sign that. On that order sheet, you'll be able to see the MSRP. And what you want to do is also have them get a buyer's order or something similar to that, some sort of like contract that says, what are you going to price the vehicle when it comes in based off of this? Are you going to be over MSRP, at MSRP, below MSRP? What is that price? I'd like to know that ahead of time so there's no surprises when the vehicle comes in. In talking about that, also ask them about those dealer fees. Most dealers will have a dealer fee. Ours is $4.95. We're very transparent about that. No hidden costs here, no hidden fees. It's $4.95 for us. Some dealers, there's some states that require you not to have a dealer fee. Get that information, find out what that is ahead of time. Also find out any other things that they add to the price of the vehicle. Some dealers will make it mandatory anymore. I'm hearing this more and more where they're saying all of our vehicles get front window tint. All of our vehicles get this protective coating. You don't have a choice. You have to pay for that, and it's going to be $2,000. Well, that's something you'd like to know ahead of time, right? You don't want to be surprised by that. So be asking about those as well. So don't forget about asking for all those fees and such once that vehicle comes in. Also, ask them if they know a little bit about price protection. So what happens if if Ford raises the prices on this between now and October when it arrives to the dealership? What happens then? And what price am I going to pay? And some dealers will tell you that whatever it is when it comes in, that's the price. If Ford increases the price, it's not on us. But Ford does have something they call price protection. And some dealers aren't aware of it. Some dealers know about it, but they don't. That's a great way for them to make some profit. So what Ford does is, as long as the person that ordered the vehicle is a person that buys the vehicle when that vehicle comes in, they're going to reimburse the dealer back the difference of that price increase that happened on that vehicle. Otherwise, it's whatever it's going to be when it comes in as a stock vehicle. That when it goes on the lot, it'll be that price. So you want to make sure that are the dealer going to honor that price protection, so you know ahead of time. If they're not, you might look and see if there's another dealer that does do price protection. Of course, we know about it. We honor that. We're going to make sure you get the price it was when you ordered the vehicle. Very simple. Also, your incentives are the same way. When you order the vehicle, the incentives that they are when you order it are going to be locked in. It's called protection lock or price protection. So you get that. So they're locked in at the time of the order or at the sale date. So when it comes in, maybe incentives came out. Maybe by the time October, November hit, they're trying to get some specials for the end of the year. They may have some special low rates or a rebate on the Escape. And in that case, you can take the sale date incentives. So keep that in mind. You can do that as well. So make sure that you know about those two things. Those are all things that we do here at Law McArthur. And just to kind of let you know, if you're wanting to get a vehicle and order a vehicle from Law McArthur, first I always say, order from your local dealer. That's always the best case scenario. You want to stay local if you can and that kind of thing. Now, if your dealer's not willing to work with you, and I've talked about these tips and they're not wanting to do that, we are taking your orders. And so we have a special. We're doing invoice pricing. You have to mention this video though. We're not typically do invoice pricing on an ordered vehicle, but we are right now on this YouTube special. So make sure you mention YouTube on there so you can get the invoice pricing. Also, we are doing, if you finance a vehicle with us at standard rates, up to $1,000 of the shipping cost to have it shipped to your door, which is a nice thing. A lot of people like that. They don't have to go into a dealership. We can just do everything via email and FedEx and everything else and DocuSigns. And then you don't even need to take a step into a dealership, have it delivered to your door. So a lot of people like that fact. We do pay up to the first $1,000. So if it's going to be more than $1,000, then you'll have to pay for that difference. We can figure that out for you at the time of delivery. Also, if you want to fly in instead, travel expenses will be paid for. So some people like to do that. I've had people from California that like flying in, and will pay for any flights, gas, and hotels might needed driving back to yours up to $1,000 if you finance a vehicle with us. So a couple different specials for you if you're wanting to get something from us and want to order an Escape. So we're here for you. So, all right. That's all I have for this video. And we do have the plug-in hybrid. So we'll be doing that video as well, similar to this style. And if you've missed the ST lines or the Active, there's a time at the end of this video. One of these is going to be the video for the playlist that has all of those videos in one playlist. And the other one was, I had a recommended video. Can't remember what it was. That video will be here. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. And again, until the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you in the next video.